Hi everyone. Now today's topic will be addition of algebraic expressions. And this is going to be your exercise 5.6. Before starting of this topic, you all should know the like terms. What are the like terms? See, in the previous exercise we have done what are the like terms. Like terms are basically which are having the same variables of the same power. For example, if I am saying 15x square and 7 upon 3x square, these are the like terms in which we are not going to see the coefficient, but we are going to see the variable, and the power of that variable has to be same. So these are the like terms. So now in this we are going to see that how we are going to add the like terms, and if the unlike terms are along with them, like this 7 is there, that we are going to keep it separately. But before that, let's start with question number 1. Solve the following. Now in this what you are going to do is, first of all you have to check whether the given terms are like or not. This is 14x 5x. Now this is of x and this is of x. That means in your answer x will be there. Since there is no power, that means the power is 1, power is 1. So x to the power 1, x to the power 1. X and x will remain same, the variable is going to remain same, and the coefficients you are going to add. What is 14 plus 5? 19. This is going to come 19. Now next, this is n, this is also n. So since they both are same, that means they are going to be like terms. So in the answer also it is going to come n. But now since this is written n, when n is written, that means the coefficient of this n is going to be 1. When no coefficient is written with the variable, that means the coefficient is 1. If I am going to ask you what is the coefficient of a square, it is going to be 1 because nothing is there. And why we are writing here 1 coefficient? Because if I am going to multiply a square with 1, I am going to get the same number a square. That's why the coefficient is going to be 1. Okay, now 4n plus n, what it will give you? 5n. Just add it. Variables, same variables you are going to add, n and n. That means n, and what is 4 plus 1? 5. Now C part, 14d plus 7d, how much it is going to give you? 21d. Now the D part. In the D part it is c square plus c plus c. Now in this, c square plus c plus c. Here the power of c is 2. Here the power of c will be 1, and here the power of c will be 1. So which are the like terms? These two are the like terms. So what is c plus c? 2c, and this c square is left, so that is going to be written as it is. So this was unlike term, and unlike term we are going to write as it is. C plus c was the like term, so that means I am going to add them together. Like terms we are going to add together. So c square plus 2c. Now what some people will do will be that c to the power 4, what they will do, they are going to add the powers. You cannot add the powers when you are having the operation of plus. I am having c square plus c plus c. When I am having the operation of plus, I cannot add the powers. Add of powers will be completely wrong. Addition of the powers is done when there is a sign of multiply in between. Then I am doing the addition of powers. But when there is a sign of plus, only the like terms are added together. So this will be c square plus 2c. Next, x plus x minus 1. Now these two are the like terms. So what is x plus x? 2x and minus 1. There is no variable with this minus 1. So this is an unlike term, and we are going to write unlike term as it is. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. Simplify the following. Question number 2, A part. 9y minus 5y plus 4y. Now all of these are having the variable y with the same power, which is 1. Now y is there, so in the answer also y will come. The answer will also be with the variable of y. Now whatever is the coefficient, just solve it. 9 minus 5, 4, 4 plus 4, 8. That is going to be the answer. Next, 8y plus 7y minus y. Again all are the variables y, so all these are the like terms. So that means I can solve it according to the operation. Y plus y, and this is also y, this is also y, and this is also y. Answer will be y. Answer will come in the form of y. Now let us see the coefficients. 8 plus 7. What is 8 plus 7? 15. 15 minus, again what it will be? 15 minus 1, because no coefficient is there. So 15 minus 1 will give you 14. Next, now in this we are having two different variables. We are having the variable x and then we are having the variables y. What you are going to do is you are going to group the like terms together. Now which are the like terms here? 3x and 5x is one group of like terms which is having the variable x, and y is the group of one like term which I am going to place in one bracket. Now 3x plus 5x, how much it is going to give? 8x, because x and x is there, and when the same variables is there, answer will also be of the same variable x. What is 5 plus 3? 8. So this will going to give me 8. Now let us talk about the terms which consist of y. This is minus 2y and this is plus 20y. How you are going to solve this? Minus 2y plus 20y. Again the answer will come in the form of y, because this is also the variable y, this is also the variable y. Now minus 2 and plus 20. Minus 2 and plus 20. What it will give? 18. So the answer is going to be 18y. And what will be the answer? 8x plus 18y. Now don't start adding these two also. You cannot add them together because they both are of the different variables and they both are unlike with each other. So you cannot add these two terms. X will remain separately, y term will remain separately, and this is your answer. That's it. You don't have to add it. Let's move to the D part. Now the D part is, again you have to group all the like terms together. Minus 5y cube plus 8y cube. Now this is y with the power 3. I have to check again the term which is having the power 3. Minus 5y cube now plus 8y cube. So I have kept it in one bracket. Now next is, now basically I have written minus 6y square here because the general form of writing like this is in the decreasing order of their powers. You can write 3y plus y also, that does not make any difference, but generally we are writing the answers in the decreasing form of the powers. Now this was y cube, the next term should be of the y square. Now I am going to search any y square term is there. Yes, it is there. Now there is no other term with this minus 6y square, so it will be as it is. Minus 6y square will be as it is. Now the next term, minus 5y cube done, 6y square done, 8y cube done. What is left? 3y and y. These both are the like terms. 3y and y, put them in one group. 3y plus y, put them in one group. You have kept it. And now this is also done, this is also done. What is left now? Minus 4. Just keep it like this. Now solve it. Now see, this is a group of the like term which is of the variable y cube. So write y cube. And what is 8 minus 5? 3. 8 minus 5 will give you 3. So this complete will become 3y cube. Minus 6y square is the alone term which is not having any other y square term. So I am going to write it as it is. I cannot add these two together because they are having the different powers. So minus 6y square will be as it is. What is 3y plus y? 4. 4y. And minus 4 will remain as it is. So this is the answer. Right? Now let's move to E part. Now the E part is 2uv. I am going to explain you by writing it. 2uv plus v square minus uv minus u square v square. Now I can clearly see that 2uv with minus uv. 2uv minus uv will be one term, one like term, and plus 5u square v square. This is going to be with this minus u square v square. Now uv is there the variable, so I am going to write the answer will come in the form of uv. Now what is 2 minus 1? 1, and this I am going to write as uv because 1 we are not writing in the coefficient. So the answer of this group will come uv. Plus, what is the variable here? U square v square. U square v square. What is 5 minus 1? 4, and this is the answer. Okay, just group the like terms and then solve it, but do not combine them, because now this and these two terms have become unlike with each other, right? So this is how you have to do question number 2, how you are going to do addition. Now question number 3 is add the following expressions by horizontal method. Now this question number 2, which we were doing by adding the algebraic expressions, this itself was the horizontal method. Horizontal means we are solving like this. Horizontal means like this, and vertical means this. This is the vertical. Okay, to arrange in the columns, and this is to solve row wise. This is row wise we are solving. So this is row wise horizontal, this which we have done, and vertical means we are going to solve it by arranging in the columns. Okay, now let's move to question number 3. Question number 3 is same as question number 2. There is no difference. Horizontal method we are going to use. Now in this they have given us two expressions. In these expressions terms are not like with each other, right? Now I'm going to write the question. 5p square minus 3, this is one expression, and then you have to add this expression with 2p square minus 3p cube, this expression. Now these are two groups. This is one, this is second group, and you can clearly see that inside the group no like terms are there. This is p square, this is p cube, this is p square, and there is no other variable of p. Now what you will be doing is 5p square minus 3, you have to add them. Instead of add, write plus 2p square minus 3p cube. Now arrange them in the like form. See, first of all minus 3p cube, I am going to write here minus 3p cube. Done. Now after this p square, see here p square and p square terms are there. So 5p square plus 2p square. And what is left now? Minus 3. Write here minus 3. So this will be minus 3p cube plus 7p square minus 3, and this is the answer. I guess it was very easy. First of all, two expressions are there. We have to add them. So what I'm going to do, between these two expressions I'm going to place the sign of addition, and then we are going to proceed the same way, the way we have done in question number 2. Minus 3p cube I have written here. Why I have written this here? Because we have to write this in the descending order of the powers. So minus 3p cube, then after that 5p square and 2p square is the like terms, so group them together, and minus 3 was left. And there is no any hard and fast rule that we have to arrange them in the descending order of the powers, but if you will do it, it is a good representation of the algebraic expression. Okay, even if your answer will come 7p square minus 3p cube minus 3, this is also completely correct, but representing the expression in the descending order of the powers is a good representation of the algebraic expression. And this was your question number 3, A part. Next, B part. 2p minus 8. Now these two terms are given. Let me write it. 2p minus 8p to the power 4, 6p plus 7p square plus 4p to the power 4. We have to add them. Simply just put the sign of add. I am showing you like this, but in the next step you are going to do like this. The way I have written it here, I have done like this. And sign I have removed with the plus sign, that I have to add these two. Okay, now 2p minus 8p to the power 4 plus, now let's add this also, 6p plus 7p square plus 4p to the power 4. Now what we are going to do is arrange all these like terms according to the descending order of their powers. Now this is minus 8p to the power 4. Let us check, is there any other term? Yes, this is there, p to the power 4. So minus 8p to the power 4 plus 4p to the power 4 will be grouped in one bracket, because these both are like. After that, no p to the power cube term is there, so it's okay if you are not going to write it. Next, 7p square. Now there is no other p square, so I'm going to keep it as it is. Next is 2p and 6p, so I'm going to group them together because 2p and 6p are the like terms. After this, p to the power 4. Now what is minus 8 plus 4? Minus 8 plus 4, how you are going to solve this? What is plus minus? Minus, so 8 minus 4 will be 4, and out of 8 and 4, 8 is the greater number with which minus sign is there, so this is going to come minus 4, p to the power 4. Next is plus 7p square plus 6p plus 2p, this is going to give you 8p, and this is your answer. Okay, see the solution here. Now in the C part, again you have to do add, and then you are going to arrange the like terms together. You are going to try this question by yourself. In this n cube and n cube I have grouped. After that, minus 2n square was left alone because there was no other term with the variable n square. So minus 2n square as it is. Then minus 7 and minus 6 as it is. Then solve it, and this minus 7 minus 6 will give you minus 13. Okay, try this question by yourself. Question number 3, C part. And pause the video to note it down. Meanwhile, let's move to the next. Now the method comes the vertical addition method. Till now we have been doing the row wise addition, that means the horizontal method. Now we are going to talk about the vertical addition method, and this is the important one. Now I am going to explain you the first part of question number 4. Let me write the question. 14 2xy minus 3y to the power 4 and minus 6y plus y to the power 4. Now this is the question given to me in which I am having this expression and this expression. Now firstly what I am going to do is, whatever out of these two, whichever expression you want to write firstly, you can write it. Let us suppose I am going to write the first one. So 14x to the power 4 plus 2xy minus 3y cube. Okay, I have written the first expression like this. Now in the vertical method, this is the vertical method. Vertical means you are going to arrange column wise. So that means like terms you are going to arrange column wise. Now if you are going to see in this y to the power 4 and minus 6xy, these are the two terms in this expression. Now minus 6xy, you are going to place this minus 6xy below the term in which there is xy variable. Here is xy variable, so minus 6xy I am going to place here below this. After that I am having y to the power 4 with the plus sign, so I am going to search y to the power 4 variable in the first expression. No y to the power 4, this is y to the power 4, so this y to the power 4 I am going to place below this, and then I am going to simply add it. How I am going to add it? Now there is no variable, right? So you don't have to check here. If no variable is there, just write as it is. 14x to the power 4. Whatever is up on the first row, you have to just write here. If nothing is there, no worries. Like if 5 is there and nothing is there, and you have to add, then it will come 5 only because here is 0. Similarly, here is also 0. So 14x to the power 4 you are going to write as it is. Now xy terms are there. Answer will also be of the variable xy. And now what are the coefficient? Plus 2, minus 6. So plus 2 and minus 6. And you know what is plus minus? Minus. So 6 minus 2, 4. And out of these two, greater is minus 6. So it will be minus 4. So it is going to be minus 4. Next, y to the power 4, y to the power 4. So this will also be y to the power 4. This is minus 3 and this is plus 1. So minus 3 plus 1 will give you minus 2, and here will come minus 2, and this is your answer. And this is called as the vertical method, in which you are going to arrange the like terms in the vertical form. That means in the columns like this. Okay, so this was your A part of question number 4. Now let's do B part, and C part you are going to do by yourself. I'm going to do B part. C part is your homework. Let me just write the question. Okay, so now out of these two, any expression you want to write, you can write firstly. I am going to write the first one, 34mn square minus 22n square plus 12. Okay, now from the second expression, like terms below the like terms. Now this term is consisting the variable m square. Now I am going to check in this expression, is there any m square? It is not. So what I am going to do is, I am going to write this expression, I am going to write this term 12m square outside this. So it is going to be here 12m square, because there is no m square and I cannot write below these. So I am going to write it separately here. Next is minus 16mn square. So this is mn square. I am going to write below this minus 16mn square. And this is plus 11, which is a constant. So this is going to be below the constant. And now we are going to add it. mn square, answer will also be in mn square. And 34 minus 16 is going to give you 18. Then nothing is there. That means it will come as it is, minus 29, 22n square. Then plus 23 plus 12m square. This is your answer. Why plus 12m square? Because nothing is up. Nothing is up, that means it is 0, and 0 plus the same number will give you the same number. And this is your B part answer. Okay, now let's do the C part. Written the same expression. Now 16a square. Now you can see here 16a square is not there. That means the term consisting of the variable a square is not there. So I have kept it separately. Plus 9 ABC. ABC will come below ABC. So I am going to write here. And the next is minus 12 c square. So c square is there. I am going to write below 24c square. This I am going to add it. ABC answer will also be in ABC. 15 plus 9 will give you 24. Then next one, c square, then 24 minus 12, then minus 7, and then plus 16a square. This is your answer. Okay. So now what your homework is, that you have to complete this exercise 5.6 in your notebooks. Thank you.